The image shown is a drone which gives information about a building. In the beginning, the image talks about a drone which has a better view, has camera and drone. And not just that, what if the image is something like this or something like this? What you gonna do? Will you speak or will you get stuck because there is not much of the data involved for us to speak? Well, if you're bombarded with all these questions, then make sure you watch the video till the end, because I'll be showing you how to deal with all kinds of describe images in the next 10 days. And trust me, in the next 10 days. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on PTE Describe Image Mastered in just 10 days. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Also to tell you, recently we released our 3 official ebooks. First was PTE Speaking Cheat Code, second is Reading Cheat Code, the third is a match winning approach to PTE. The links in the description for all the 3 ebooks. You can click any of the ebook and buy it as a combo and avail some discount as well. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get into the PTE Describe Image Mastering in 10 days. When we talk about PTE Describe Image, there are varied types of images that can come in the exam. Something like this comes, a Taj Mahal picture, or this is called just a picture. This doesn't have any data or something, which will just be a picture. Something like this can also come a drone kind of image, or robot picking some things in the factory, or probably a rocket missile. Anything of this sort is actually a picture, and you need a separate strategy to deal such pictures. In just a while I'm going to talk about it. Not just that, something like this comes. This is a line graph. This is going to be easy. Line graphs is going to be like this: renewable energy usage, solar, wind. This is going to be easy. And something like this comes. This is a bar graph or an area chart. This is not exactly a bar graph. This is going to be an area chart. Something like this can come, or life cycle of a butterfly. This is a process. Or you can get maps, you can get tables, you can get pie charts. There are varied number of different types of images that can occur in the exam, and we need a solid strategy, one single strategy that can fit in to all these things. If there is a data, if there is no data, whatever it is, irrespective of the data in the picture, you can speak fluently and get the full marks, is what we're gonna understand in the next 10-15 minutes with a solid strategy, that strategy that you need to follow for the next 10 days. So let's kickstart. The day 1 of this PTE Describe Image routine plan, you got to learn the templates. For sure, I'm going to show you the working template. Know the strategy, understand your problem. What is the right thing to do? What is the wrong thing to do? And what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? If you're doing the right thing, give exam. Oh, I think I'm doing the wrong thing. I should just prepare on my own and understand what it is and fix it. This is what you're going to learn on the day 1. Now, let's understand the approach very quickly. The old methods that are completely obsolete, they don't work. Using fully templated responses, meaning you don't even see the image, you just speak on your own with some completely templated responses. The given image represents a beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate. All those are not going to work. Second is keyword kind of template. The template will give you every flow, everything, but put some 10 blanks. In each of the blanks, you got to put one word. Very easy peasy, but marks will not come. You got to bring the connection between the phrases by making your own sentences. Alright, so this is the old method. All this will not work. You got to bring the connection. You got to use phrases. In the old method, you use any template. Speak fluently, get the marks, but not anymore. You need some strategies here. Earlier, you speak even for 12 seconds, 15 seconds, you used to get good scores, but now you got to speak more than 20 seconds, no matter what. Earlier, one answer for all the questions. Now, you use one answer for all the questions. You'll have to swipe your card again and again to book the exam. So now let's understand what is the new method. Templates are banned. You cannot use the fully templated responses. You can use structure. Very soon I'm going to unveil the structure. Make sure to speak from the image. Look into the image. Whatever you see in the image, describe. Even if it's not a great content, it's absolutely fine. But whatever you see in the image, you got to describe. You cannot speak something else which is not there in the image. Make sure not to use only the keywords. You use only keywords, marks will go down. Remember this, you got to make sentences. Grammar is not a priority here, so don't worry if you make grammatical errors, but all that matters in PTE describe image is the fluency. Your flow should be the same way as to read aloud. Market research is a vital part of the planning of any business. The given image represents a picture which talks about the life cycles of a butterfly. It should be crisp and clear, the same rhythm, the same flow as you did in the read aloud. If you bring it here, then you get 90. Content is not a priority over the fluency, but content is. You need to look into the image and speak. If possible, make some lengthy sentences so that software would understand that yes, you're speaking from the image. Try to speak as much as possible, more than 20 seconds. Definitely you got to speak. You speak less than 20 seconds, probably marks will again go down, because Pearson have clearly announced in 20 seconds you cannot describe an image. So they will be having a check, the timer check. If it exceeds 20 seconds, then only they start giving you marks. 32 seconds or 25 to 30 seconds is ideal. No need to even speak for 40 seconds, but if you can speak for 40 seconds, well and good. Identify few content from the image and start speaking. If you don't do that, you wouldn't know what to speak. Even if it's not a great content, average content or poor idea, still fine. As long as it is in the image, it should be totally fine. And this is the new approach. Let's understand a simple 3-step process to nail any describe image perfectly, and then we will see how to get this for the next 10 days and fix it permanently. So this is the template. The image provided is a dash. The image provided is a picture, bar graph, line graph, area chart, pie chart, map, table, process that gives information about read the title. While the x-axis talks about dash, the y-axis talks about dash. This x-axis, y-axis sentence comes only for line graph, bar graph, or even area chart. It will not come for all the images. Remember this. And the next thing is 3 key content. Key content or poor content doesn't matter. Some content from the image, 3 sentences. It is evident that, conversely, another interesting point is these 3 sentences, if you master just 3 sentences, man. 1 sentence probably 7-8 seconds. 25 seconds you speak this, done and dusted. You will get good score from describe image, 100% guaranteed. The last is overall this image illustrates. You can summarize, you can just read the title. By now you would know a lot of things about the image. You would have spoken a lot of things about the image. So summarize it with whatever the sentence that you already spoke, or speak anything, or read the title. So main thing is those 3 content. It is evident that, conversely, another interesting point is minimum speak for 22 to 25 seconds, and there's 7-8 seconds each sentence. In that way you should master. Now we will get into this 3-step process. Step 1, the moment you see the image, 25 seconds will be given to you. Use this time to identify 3 content. Key content, important content, average content, poor content, doesn't matter. 3 content you got to identify in less than 4 or 5 seconds. Let's see a small demonstration on the same. Alright, so this is the picture, renewable energy. So in 4 to 6 seconds, I will have to identify 3 key content about this. Let's start. Renewable energy usage, solar versus wind. Solar at 2015, the value is at 200 TWh. However, 2017, 300 around. 2019, 400. The wind, 2015, 150, then 2017, 220 or 300. Probably I would have taken a little more time. It's okay, 6-7 seconds, 7-8 seconds is still fine, as long as you're aware as to how much time you have spent. Now all I decided was 2015 I'll speak, 2017 I'll speak, 2019 I'll speak. This is gonna be easy for line graph, bar graph. I'm aware of your doubt. Very soon we will see for Taj Mahal picture, for this Great Wall of China picture. How can we do it when there is no data? Very soon I'll help you out. But these 3 things I identified. That's the step number 1. Step number 2, if possible, write it down quickly. All the 3 sentences, difficult to write, I'm aware of it. Whatever the sentence you can write it down neatly, probably in 5-6 seconds. Another some 10 seconds will be left. You can continue writing, or you can frame some sentences. You can open your mouth and speak and get used to it. So after this, meaning you already are aware of what you're going to speak. And if you're very quick, you would have spoken all those 3 sentences in the step 2. Before the mic is on now, 25 seconds is done, beep, 1 sound will come, beep sound, and then you got to start speaking. When you speak, remember, don't worry about fixing the grammar, the sentence formation into the template, no. In the read aloud, how do you speak? Do you correct the mistakes if you find any? Well, there will be no mistakes, but if at all you find any mistakes, do you correct it? You will just read. Here as well, you just have to speak without compromising on the fluency. Don't worry about the grammar. Don't worry about the logic. Don't worry about misinterpreting the data. Oh, the value was 370, I told 360. Let me correct it, marks gone. Just have to keep going even if you make mistakes. The fact that you're speaking from the image, that is more than enough to get you 5 to 5 content. Now the point is you have to get 5 to 5 fluency because it is 80% fluency and 20-30% content. Now you're giving too much of content, worried about the content, what to give. As a result, fluency dips. But fluency is the one that is king here. Content is like minister or soldier. Well, minister, soldiers are very important, but king is the one who holds the entire responsibility, isn't it? You got to get that king, you got to speak in a flow. For that, you don't have to worry about the grammar, worry about the logic. Even if you go wrong in grammar or logic, it's absolutely fine. Just ensure the clarity and ensure the rhythm. These are the 3 steps. Now the routine starts. Day 1, I just showed you, you understand this, now you've already understood. Now from day 2, what I have to do? Very simple. Day 2, you should start convince your subconscious not to stress on the content, not to stress on the content, not to stress on the content, no matter what. So this is not very easy. People may think, what this guy is talking about. This is the reason why you're not able to speak in a flow. You start getting a lot of doubts. Correct? Oh, this is not making sense. That is not making sense. So don't worry about the content. As long as you speak anything from the image, even by misinterpreting the data, by speaking by mistake some wrong information, it is absolutely fine. What it needs is flow. To get that flow, this subconscious, it has to support. It should say, please, go on. I will support you. But right now it is saying, no, give the correct content, give the correct content, give the correct content. So day 2, for 5 minutes, you just sit in a pitch dark room, close your eyes and start convincing your mind. I will not worry about the content. Rather, I try to give the perfect content, definitely yes. But even if it goes wrong, it's totally fine. I will not worry, I won't worry. Don't stress on the content. Second thing is focus more on the fluency. So focus more on the fluency, Third thing is don't worry about grammar, These 3 things. For 5 minutes in a pitch dark room, by closing your eyes, sitting in a corner of the room, just speak yourself multiple times. This is like warm up, you are getting ready for the battle. It's like you're doing some push-ups and all those things. Brain exercise. You're telling your mind to give you enough rhythm, enough support to speak fluently. You don't do this, mind is not warmed up. It is not prepared, full fumbles. Hope you're getting it. Then again on the day 2, take some random images, 25 seconds, put a timer, do the math. What all things we need to do in 5-6 seconds? Identify 3 key contents. The remaining 18 to 20 seconds, speak those 3 content by making the sentences, creating sentences, or you can write it down. Do this because this is where entire thing is hidden. It is not once the beep starts, it's before the beep starts is what is very important for you to understand what you're going to speak next. Correct? Day 2, don't start practicing directly. Day 2, just do these things and then start doing this for the first 25 seconds before the mic is on. That mathematical calculation should happen very fast. Now let me show you a small demonstration on what you should be doing on the day 2. If this is the picture, meaning randomly I have taken some picture, I'll run a timer of 25 seconds and I do the math. What is the math? 3 key content you identify and then start speaking. Let's start. Probably this is a dome-shaped structure. Second is 1, 2, 3, 4 pillars on either sides, and there is a big water body in the front. These are the 3 things that I would speak. Now, how to speak those 3 things? The picture, firstly, it is a dome-shaped picture which has a lot of dome shaped and can attract a lot of tourists. Conversely, there are 4 pillars on either side, 2 on the left and 2 on the right, which attracts a lot of tourists and looks very magnificent. Right in front, meaning the last one. Another interesting point is right in front of the Taj Mahal or a building, there is a big water body which is blue in color, surrounded by 2 big shrubs of trees as well. So these are the 3 sentences that I'll speak confidently in the first 25 seconds before the mic is on. Getting it? So this, if you're prepared, then trust me, you will not fumble. Getting it? Soon I'll show you how I end up speaking, but this is what it is very, very important. Take randomly any images and start doing this mathematics for the first 25 seconds. 3 things you're going to identify and you're going to start speaking them under 25 seconds, under 25 seconds, under 25 seconds. Try this, man, on the day 2. Day 3 onwards, trust me, you will run like horse. You've seen, right, how the horse runs? You're going to run like horse because that will be your confidence in this module. Day 3 is where you start practicing consciously. Now the seed is on, you just have to water it. Water it, needs sunlight, that is already there, isn't it? The nature is already giving you. You just need to prepare yourself to be available for this grace. That is what we did from day 1 to day 2. Day 3, a bit of conscious practice is required from day 3 to day 10 for the next 8 days, at least for 15-20 minutes a day. Now when you practice, remember you got to practice consciously. Every fumble you make, reduce 1 mark. Every stuttering, stammering, hesitation, reduce 1 mark. If you are stuck, every time you are stuck for the content, reduce 1 mark. So this is where you consciously do it and tell your subconscious and the conscious mind that yes, this is where I'm going wrong, I got to fix it. This should happen for the next 8 days whenever you practice. Take an image, start practicing. Probably you can record. Listen to it again, you would know what all mistakes you've done. Content-wise, no mistakes. Even if you speak something wrong by mistake, it is okay. It is the fluency, it is the fluency, it is the fluency. Have not written grammar, have not written pronunciation, have not written content. All I have written is, every time you fumble, reduce marks. Every time you stammer or stutter, reduce marks. Every time you're stuck, reduce marks. Just all it is. Every time you give by mistake wrong content, don't reduce marks. This is what you need to inculcate. It should flow in the blood now. If that is the case, then you will be like a horse. Getting it, you'll just reach your destination quickly. Now what we do, I'm gonna adopt these things and practice and show it to you how I do it so that you gain confidence that it is actually very easy. Alright, so this is the picture that we have. Now I'll show you how to do that. Probably 10-15 seconds I'll do the warm-up, meaning preparation time I'll use, and then I'll start using the template. It's gonna be a dome-shaped structure. There are 3 domes, probably in cylindrical shape, and there are 4 pillars, 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side, and there is a big water body, probably in blue in color because of the sun. Because of the sunlight, it is shown in, probably appeared as turquoise on either side of the water body. There are list of plants, and also I can see a lot of people. That's all it is. I'm going to start speaking. The image provided is a picture that gives information about one of the beautiful buildings. Perhaps it is Taj Mahal. It is evident that this is going to be a dome-shaped structure with 3 domes which can attract a lot of tourists, and probably due to this a lot of tourists do come, and is evident in the picture as well. Conversely, you can see 4 pillars, big gigantic pillars colored in white, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Another interesting point is there is a big water body right in front of the building. Perhaps because of the sun rays, it is looking in turquoise blue color, and on either sides of the water body you have some plants kept which are green in color. Overall, this image illustrates a beautiful picture which attracts a lot of tourists. This is how you're gonna speak. I know I was not making much sense, but when you don't have data, you gotta speak. What to speak? Anything, man. So now you need to interpret. For this, the 25-second mathematics helps you a lot. Now what we're gonna do, next set of images. Before you let me speak, you pause the video, do the math for 25 seconds, speak for 40 seconds, and then resume the video and see and listen how I'm doing it. Starting the second picture, you can pause and try, and then resume to see how I'm doing. First 25 seconds I'm going to use. Picture of a drone. Drone has probably 4, what do you call that, antennas. It also has a camera. This is for the first sentence. Second sentence, it is now looking into one of the buildings, a huge gigantic apartment or a building which is still in the construction phase. Also in the apartment or the building we can see people working, or you can see still in the construction phase and there are no windows. Possibly a crime or something is happening and the police is using drone to collect the evidence. See, that's what you gotta bring up with something. So you gotta bring some evidence, some logic quickly. If I give 5 minutes, you will bring on your own. Quickly you got to bring in, this is what is required, this is the skill that is required. You got to create that story quickly. And trust me, I'm not prepared for all these things. I'm just looking into the image and speaking for the very first time. Okay, let me start. The image provided is a picture that gives information about drone capturing some scene in a nearby building. It is evident that a drone has a camera within it and also has 4 antennas. Using a remote control, you can control it. Conversely, the drone perhaps is looking into one of the scenes secretly into the building, and the building is still in the construction phase. Another interesting point is there are no windows yet discovered on the building. As a result, probably there could be a crime scene and police is using drone to collect the evidence and the picture inside what is happening in the building. Overall, this image illustrates the drone capturing some scene in a building. Fluency is perfect. I end up getting 5 out of 5 fluency. Content, what more I can say? This is how it is. You just speak whatever you can, done and dusted. Hope you are getting it. We will quickly move on to the next image. You can pause, try it on your own, and then resume to see how I'm doing it. Remember, there is no perfect content here. Every day students send me some images like this and ask me, how do you speak this? Let me see. Then I'll tell them, you please speak. And they say, I'm not getting any content. Then I say, open your eyes. They say, yes, I've opened my eyes, Nakul. In fact, I have 4 eyes. I've got some spectacles also. Then I say, that's what you believe. That's what you think. You're not actually opening the eyes. When you open the eyes and look into it, you will see hundreds of things. Isn't it? Let me do the math in the first 25 seconds. This is a robo, probably is a replacement for a human. Because of it, probably many humans have lost their jobs. The robo is picking up some container from a factory. And also we can see a lot of containers. Probably robo has a lot of job, and the person who has employed robo is very intelligent because he can save a lot of money. He doesn't have to give the salary to any human employees here. Nice way of picking up things. Let's start. The image provided is a picture that gives information about a robo picking up things and doing all the manual work. It is evident that the robo is yellow in color and looks very robust, and it is picking up some containers which supposedly could have been picked by a human. Conversely, we don't see any human employees here, which means the employer has employed only robo to save a lot of money and precision. Another interesting point is we could see millions of containers, and it only represents that artificial intelligence or robotic has replaced the human form. Overall, this image illustrates how the robo has replaced the human job. Just to speak, for this you need the confidence. How do you get the confidence? Day 2, convince your mind, convince your mind, convince your mind. It is what it is. You got to build that confidence knowing there is nothing like a perfect content here. But try to interpret, try to cook up some story, but the story should hail from the image itself. Quickly we move on to the next one. It's a rocket. Let's understand in 25 seconds. You can pause and try it on your own. Alright, this seems to be a rocket which is going up. The thrust is upward, meaning a lot of energy is going downward, creating a lot of gas. We can also see a fire which is very much required to ignite the thrust. And seems like this is a rocket station, perhaps in India or somewhere, and wherever it has been done, probably it is launching a satellite. That's all it is. The image provided is a picture that gives information about a rocket launching in some station, perhaps in India or outside India. It is evident that the rocket is launched and it is leaving or trailing behind a lot of fire and smoke because the thrust is upwards and the velocity is upwards. Conversely, we could also see a station there with some antenna. Perhaps they're testing some process which possibly could be a satellite launching. Another interesting point is we could see a lot of smoke and fire, which only indicates that rocket is in full swing to reach its desired orbit. Overall, this image illustrates a rocket launching at some rocket station. Just speak, man. Build the confidence. You may be still wondering how it is possible to speak. You are getting such doubts only because you are still thinking content is important. You just have to speak, meaning cook up a story. Cook up a story. Now the next things are comparatively easier. You can pause the video and try it and then resume to see how I'm doing it. This is a line graph. I don't need much time. Probably I'll start. The image provided is a line graph that gives information about stock market growth in terms of tech and finance. While the x-axis talks about the years from 2018 to 2022, the y-axis talks about the index points from 2200 to 3400. It is evident that AI stocks have started from 2018 at the value of 2600. However, in the end of 2022, they have reached the peak at a value of 3400 index points. Conversely, the blockchain stocks are really low at 2018 with a value of close to less than 200. However, in 2022, it has reached a massive height of 3200. Overall, this image illustrates stock market growth in between tech and finance. I just have to speak. I have mastered it in a way, meaning I've understood the essence of describe image in a way that for images like this, I don't need even preparation time, and so does you if you understand what it is. Hope you are getting it. It will not simply come with practice. It comes with understanding what AI needs. Hope you are getting it. Let's start with the next one. Pause the video, try it on your own and then resume to understand how I'm doing it. The image provided is a line graph that gives information about renewable energy usage with respect to solar and wind. While the x-axis talks about the years from 2015 to 2019, the y-axis talks about the energy generated in TWH from 120 or 150 to 400. It is evident that in 2015, the wind energy has a energy generated with a value of close to 150. However, in 2017 and 2019, we can see the energy generated rising up. Conversely, for the solar in 2015, the value was already high at a value of close to 200 and above. However, in 2017 and 2019, it has even gone up with a value of close to 400 and above in 2019. Probably 40 seconds is over, we can end it. So the idea is very simple. You got to be confident, then things will come up. Simply practicing will not give you confidence. What gives you confidence? Understanding what it is, convincing this. Getting it? We'll go with an area chart. Pause the video and do it, and then resume the video to understand how to do this. The image provided is a airline passenger growth that gives information about Delta Airlines, Emirates and Qatar Airways. While x-axis talks about the time period from 2015 to 2020, the y-axis talks about the passengers in millions from 0 to 80. It is evident that in 2015 time period, Delta Airlines has highest passenger with the value of 60 million. Conversely, the Emirates has the value very least in 2019 with the value of 60. Another interesting point is Qatar Airways in 2017 has got its peak with a value of close to 60 million. Overall, this image illustrates airline passenger growth between Delta Airlines, Emirates and Qatar Airways. Trust me, I was not prepared for this. I didn't even understand what it is. All I knew was some passengers, growth, number of people probably traveling. But if you see here, the Qatar Airways in 2017 they are showing, rest of the times they are not showing. So probably you need more time to understand, but what will you do by understanding it in detail? Correct? To speak, whatever the understanding is required, if you have it, then you can speak. I just saw that, Qatar Airways small, the green color, I see 2017 60, I simply spoke. Low, high, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You speak with confidence, and yes, it should be from the picture, that's it. Misinterpreting is absolutely fine, but don't do it intentionally. All right, we go to the last one, life cycle of a butterfly. I think we can start. The image provided is a picture that gives information about life cycle of a butterfly. This is a 4-step process. Firstly, it is evident that the first step in this life cycle of a butterfly is laying eggs. Once the eggs are laid, probably it will take some time to become caterpillar, which almost looks like a leaf. Conversely, the third step in this life cycle of a butterfly is pupa, which are the cylindrical structures which also look like have some pores in between. The final stage is the butterfly, which has wings and colorful things that we see on an everyday basis. Overall, this image illustrates the life cycle of a butterfly, which has 4 stages, namely egg, caterpillar, pupa and butterfly. Hey, you speak, man. This is what it is. I really hope I've done my best to give you the right information to practice in the next set of days, next set of probably 10 days to master any kind of images in Describe Image. If you're feeling confident, then do let me know in the comment section that you're feeling confident, and let me know in the comment section as to how your progression is for the next set of days. When you follow it completely. Don't try to check this in some random website. If it gives low score and you decide, oh, this is not working, we have backed it up with a lot of research. Every day in our course, students are getting 90 speaking with these techniques. So 100% it works. You don't have to try it in some website to see what score it gives. That's where you're going wrong. Have the faith. Try it, and the day 2 that I told, convince your subconscious. That is the thing that gives you marks. So take the day 2 seriously and do things. Everything will fall in place. Alright, I really hope this was an informative content. If you believe the same, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comments section. This is Nakul, N-A-K-U-L. Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.